the Pony Express to deliver the mail over a 1,700-mile route? You'll find out as one of these three contestants wins the chance to drive home in this brand new Buick LeSabre Limited Coupe in just a split second. And now, here's the star of our show, Monty Hall.
Thank you very much and welcome to our show. This is Split Second. We've been having a lot of fun on this program, and of course we start off every day with a little teaser question for you at home to answer. Well, it took the Pony Express only 8 days to cover a 1,700-mile route. About twice as fast as an airmail letter today. I'm not getting personal, Mr. Post Office Man, but that's the truth. As Lily Tomlin would say, and that's the truth. Welcome to Split Second. Our contestants here play for cash and a chance to win a car, and we have been giving away cars like hotcakes lately. And maybe we'll give another one away today to one of these three brand new contestants. Sandy, let's meet them.
Monty, first, a lady who eloped with her husband, then drove all the way to the East Coast to tell the parents. June Graham James. Next, a man who acts as a big brother by counseling runaway youngsters. Here's 6'4" Big Larry Kermis. And on your right, a former financial analyst who just opened her own gourmet catering business, Leslie Bain.
Well, welcome to all three brand new contestants. Last program, a car was once. We start off with three brand new players. And June, you saved your folks a lot of money by eloping.
Yes, we sure did. We saved both sides of the family a lot of money.
You know, we're always telling our kids, look, elope, but I'll give you the money that I spent on a wedding. And these kids say, no, I want a wedding.
No, I never did.
Well, it's nice that you ran all the way. And then, of course, you went all the way back to show off your new husband.
That's
Is that right?
right, yeah.
Very nice of you. Okay, June. And Larry, I like guys who serve as big brothers to young people. Are there a specific Big Brothers organization, or what specific work do you do?
What I do is work with runaway children in the city I'm in. It's a shelter that takes care of kids on a 24-hour-a-day basis.
I see.
Crisis shelter.
Runaways are a very big problem in North America today. Both Canada and the United States give us tremendous statistics about kids who run away from home. What percentage of the children are retrieved and brought back home to their parents?
Actually, quite high. I'd say at least 50%.
That's not high enough.
It isn't.
That's too many kids who are still not around, that are still somewhere in some city and not getting into any good trouble. Let me say, it's all bad trouble, isn't it?
It is.
We'll talk to you more about that, Larry. And Leslie, I'm going to have a chance to talk to you in just a few moments when we come back for round two. But now let's get the game underway. This is Split Second. It's unusual because each one of our questions comes up with three answers. Our contestants are only obliged to come up with one answer each. And when they do, they score money. In the first round, if three of them come up with an answer, they get $10. If two of them come up with an answer, it's $25. And if only one person comes up with an answer, it's an entire $50 all to that one person. And you just buzz in as soon as you see the question on the board, but not till then. When the full question appears, you can buzz in. Otherwise, you'll get locked out. Are you ready to go? June, Larry, Leslie. I'm going to identify three women who made history but lost their lives in doing so. Name them. Look at the screen. Should know these people. Maid of Orleans, second wife of Henry VIII, and the Prime Minister of India. And Larry is in first.
The Prime Minister of India is Indira Gandhi.
Right. And Leslie?
The Maid of Orleans is Joan of Arc.
Right. And June?
And the second wife of Henry VIII is Anne Boleyn.
Anne Boleyn, that's right. And she just lost her head over here, didn't she? Right. So you're all right. You get $10 apiece. Psychosis is mental. Rheumatism is physical. I'll give you these medical terms. You state the kind of medical problems, medical or physical. All right? Here we go. Here are the three. They're on your screen. Neuritis, neurosis, and sclerosis. Are they mental or physical? And who's first? Larry.
Neurosis is mental.
That's correct. June?
Sclerosis is physical.
And the third one?
Neuritis is physical.
Right. You know your physical problems as well as everything else. So now you get $10 apiece. We have a tie game. The best-selling but unauthorized biography of Frank Sinatra has garnered a lot of publicity recently, especially when it comes to the women of his life. I'll describe three of the women he married. You pick one, give me her name. And they're all identified very easily by these little clues that we have. One was a star of Rosemary's Baby, another one was a star of The Night of Iguana, and the former wife of Zeppo Marx. Leslie.
Star of Rosemary's Baby is Mia Farrow.
Correct. Larry.
Star of Night of the Iguana, Elizabeth Taylor.
No, that's not right. June.
Former wife of Zeppo Marx, Barbara Marx.
That's right, and the Night of the Iguana star was Ava Gardner. Now, June, Larry, and Leslie, it's a very tight game. We go into sports. I'll show you three games. Pick one and tell me what country the World Book Encyclopedia credits with creating and introducing it. Look at the screen. What country introduced rugby, ice hockey, volleyball? Leslie.
Rugby was England.
Correct, Larry.
Hockey is Canada.
Right, June.
Volleyball was the States.
That's correct, and you're all right again. Now let's go to some country music. In the world of country music, Hank Williams Jr. was the leader of a group called the Cheatin' Hearts. Now, these three popular country western groups featured a well-known lead artist, too. Who are they? Look at the screen. The Tennessee Plowboys, the Twitty Birds, the Smoky Mountain Boys. June is in first.
Tweety Birds, Conway Twitty? Twitty?
Conway Twitty, right. Larry.
Smoky Mountain Boys, Merle Haggard.
No, that's not right. Leslie.
I'm just guessing. Tennessee Plowboys, Tennessee Ernie Ford.
No, that was Eddie Arnold. And the Smoky Mountain Boys was Roy Acuff. So June gets one all by herself and picks up a big $50. The Equal Rights Amendment has been one of the most volatile of all the legal issues involving women in the law. These women are all part of it, but where do they stand? Are they for it or against it? Look at the screen. Gloria Steinem, Betty Ford, and Phyllis Schlafly. And Larry, you're first.
Gloria Steinem is for it.
Yes, she is. Leslie?
Phyllis Schlafly is against it.
That's right. And June?
Betty Ford is for it.
That's right. She was for it. That's a surprise to many people, but the former president's wife was all for the Equal Rights Amendment. So you're all right. You each get $10. There's a slang term in the American Army for every rank a soldier can get. Pick one of these three and name the rank it really means. Look at the screen. What is a top kick really? A two-striper and a shave tail. Larry?
A two-striper is a corporal.
Right. June?
Shaved tail's a private.
No. Leslie?
Top kick is general.
No. He may sound like a general, but the real general and the real top kick is a sergeant. Usually the first sergeant is the top kick, and the shave tail is a second lieutenant. Believe it or not, they call him a shave tail. And so only one person scored. That was Larry. He picks up $50, but he's still in second place. Here's how three different countries describe themselves. Pick one and name the country. Look at the screen. Which is the land of the rising sun, the land of frost and bite, and land of the midnight sun? Larry?
Land of the rising sun is Japan.
Correct. Leslie?
Land of the midnight sun is Sweden.
No, it's not. June?
Land of the midnight sun is...
Right next door to Sweden, Norway. And the land of frost and bite, Iceland. Larry, with your $50 that you get, you surge into the lead. In America, great movie actors and actresses sometimes win Oscars, but in England, great movie actors are sometimes knighted. I will identify three such British sirs. You name them. Look at the screen. One won the supporting Oscar, one won the Oscar, and won multiple roles. And Larry?
The actor who won the Oscar for Hamlet was Sir Laurence Olivier.
That is correct. And June?
Multiple roles, Alec Guinness.
That's right, Kindheisen. What a great performance he made in that one, too.
Wonderful.
Leslie?
And one supporting Oscar for Arthur is Sir John Gielgud.
Good for you. All three of you score, and all three of you get $10. A wonderful first round, and a very close match. Larry's in the lead with 150, June 125, Leslie 75. But when we come back in our second round, we double the stakes, and you can make a comeback.
We tried mixing. Let's make a Card Sharks to tell the tattletales and press your feud. Then we tried the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
Here we go. Dumb Donald is so dumb.
It's the perfect pairing.
We'll go with Skip Stevenson to win.
Look at
Me.
Your opponent gets to swear and wins the first game.
The Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour.
this is a marriage of two of your favorite TV games.
Today at 11 on Buzzer.
Talking to our third contestant who we haven't met yet, and that's Leslie, who was a financial analyst and then switched to catering. Now, there has to be some reason. Was it business not good enough in the financial end?
Oh, no, business was very good. In fact, these days it's growing. I just wanted to do something a lot more creative rather than just number crunching all the time.
What would you charge to serve about 60 guys here in the crew? We're interested in new catering around here.
Well, it all depends whether I win the car or not.
I'll make a deal, although I don't do deals these days. I'll make a deal with you in the car. You
I'll
give us
cater
a free
for
meal.
life.
Not for life, just one meal. Listen, guys, we could get one meal out of this. I think I just made a bargain over here. Well, let's go into our second round now. We've met June and Larry before, now Leslie, and the score, of course, is Larry in the lead, June second, Leslie third as we go into the second round. Double the stakes, $20 if all three of you answer correctly, $50 if only two of you do it, and, of course, $100 if only one of you comes up with the answer. And, of course, you're playing for position at countdown round to see who gets the advantage going for the car. Are you ready? There are all kinds of singing styles like jazz, country, blues, gospel, and rock. I'm going to give you some ladies who are each known for singing one of these styles the best. Pick one and name the type of music they are best known for. Look at the screen. They are Billie Holiday, Maybelle Carter, and Mahalia Jackson. And Larry?
Billie Holiday is the blues.
She sings the blues. The lady sings the blues. Leslie?
Mahalia Jackson is jazz.
No, I'm sorry. June?
Maybelle Carter's jazz.
No, Mabel Carter's country music, and Mahalia Jackson is the great exponent of gospel. And so Larry picks up $100 all by himself. The names of certain dogs are famous because their owners were famous. So I'll name 3 dogs. You pick one and name the famous owner. Take a look at the screen. Fala, Checkers, and Flush. Larry?
Checkers is Richard Nixon.
That was his dog. Checkers, right. Leslie? Fala or Fala or Flush. June?
I haven't.
Well,
faintest idea.
Fala belonged to Franklin Delano Roosevelt. Famous Fala. We get to know Fala in pictures at the Roosevelt House and the fireside chats. And Flush was Elizabeth Barrett Browning. How much do I love thee, she said to Richie. Says, I'll send you the dog. You look after her. All right. So again, Larry's the only one to get an answer, and he picks up another 100, and he's walking away from the gals. Let's see what they do now. Collectibles include areas of interest like butterflies, autographs, and these things of great value. Pick a group and tell me what these valuable collectibles are. Take a look at the screen. All right. Now you've seen a whole bunch of collectibles, and so has our audience. And now, Larry, you're in first.
Maple Leafs, Pandas, Eagles, Models.
No, I'm sorry, that's not right. June, what are they?
Kunan Hope and Koh-i-Noor Diamonds.
Diamonds, right. And Leslie? Can you give me the first or the third?
Balboa, Colon, and Cordoba are snakes.
No, it's two. You're late in with the snakes, late in with the answer. Actually, that answer was it's foreign currency of Panama, Costa Rica, Nicaragua. But I thought you'd get the first one, Larry, because Maple Leafs, Pandas, and Eagles are all gold coins. And I'm sorry you don't have any gold coins offered to you on this question, but June gets the only answer, picks up $100. Among the preferred vacation spots in the world are the 3 places I'm going to show you. Tell me in what country you'd find them. Look at the screen. The Algarve, the Baja California, and the Isle of Capri. What countries did you find them, Leslie?
The Algarve is in Portugal.
Correct. Larry?
Well, California would be in the United States.
No, Baja California is not in the United States. And June?
Baja California is in Mexico.
That's right. And the Isle of Capri was in Italy. The 2 girls score again, and let's take a look as they get $50 apiece. The score is Larry has 350, June has 275 gaining on him, and Leslie has 125. Comics make jokes about their wives or husbands. I never make a joke about my wife. I'm afraid. Here's what 3 of the comics say or said about their spouse. You name the comic. Look at the screen. One called her husband Fang, he calls his wife Spooky Old Alice, and she talks about her husband Edgar. And Leslie?
She calls her husband Fang is Phyllis Diller.
Right. And June?
She talks about her husband Edgar, Joan Rivers.
Right. And who calls his wife Spooky Old Alice?
Andy Capp.
No, it was George Goebel. George Goebel always called Alice that way, and the girls get another $50 apiece and are closing in on you, Larry. A number of major political figures have resigned important political offices within recent years. I'll describe 3 of those politicos. You name them. Look at the screen. The one that happened in 1973 and 79, 82, and you tell me who they are. June.
73 U.S. Vice President Agnew.
Agnew was the one who resigned in 73. Correct. Leslie.
1982 was Alexander Haig.
That is correct. And Larry, the president of Nicaragua who resigned in 79?
Somoza.
Somoza. All 3 of you right. Very well done. You get $20 apiece. The ancient Greeks, Romans, Egyptians, and Norse worshipped many different gods, but for each group there was one major god. I'll name that god, you tell me which group worshipped him. Look at the screen. Zeus, Amun-Ra, and Odin. June.
Amun-Ra were the Egyptians.
That is correct. Leslie.
Zeus were the Greeks.
Right. Larry?
Odin was the Nordics.
You guys are good. 3 out of 3 right over there, and no one can run away for this match. TV doctors have diagnosed every ailment in existence. I'll give you the names of 3 memorable TV doctors. Pick one and name the actor who played him. Look at the screen. Who played Dr. Marcus Welby, Dr. Joe Gannon, and Dr. Ben Casey? June.
Dr. Marcus Welby was, I forget.
You forget. That's a funny name. Larry.
Marcus Welby was Robert Young.
Robert Young is right. Leslie.
Joe Gannon's Chad Everett.
That's right. And Dr. Ben Casey, Ben Casey. Do you remember the way the old man used to call him Ben Casey? That was Vince Edwards on the show Ben Casey. So who gets points here? Larry and Leslie, $50 each. Look at this score. The score is 440 for Larry, 365 for June, 265 for Leslie. And here's the next question. In the world of animals, a hammerhead is a shark, a loggerhead is a turtle. Here are 3 other animals with interesting names. Pick one and tell me the type of animal it is. Look at the screen. What kind of an animal is a canvasback, a leatherback, a diamondback? June.
Diamondback is a snake.
Diamondback is a snake. Correct. Leslie?
Canvasback is also a snake.
Wrong. Larry?
A leatherback is a tortoise.
Yes, tortoise or turtle is acceptable. Canvasback is a duck. I thought that'd be the easiest of all three. June and Larry get $50 apiece, and they still are in second and first place respectively. Leslie still trails. Among the pioneers in the early history of movies, three great directors stand far above the crowd. Here are some facts about these famous men. You name them. Look at the screen. The director of The Ten Commandments, The Keystone Cops, and The Birth of a Nation should be well known. Three famous directors. June.
Birth of a Nation, Cecil B. DeMille.
That is not right. I'm sorry. Larry?
Birth of a Nation, D.W. Griffith.
Correct. Leslie?
The Ten Commandments was Cecil B. DeMille.
That's right. And The Keystone Cops directed by Max Sennett. So Larry and Leslie get $50 apiece, and at the end of the second round, the score is Larry in first place with $540, June in second with $415, Leslie in third with $315.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma.
Well, we've arrived at our very exciting countdown round, which determines who goes for the car. Questions are the same as before in three parts, but this time when you buzz in, you could answer one, two, or all three parts of the question. Every time you have a right answer, you count down one. The first person to zero wins. How many questions do you have to answer? It depends on how much money you earned. The man with the most money, Larry, has 4 to answer. June was in second place. She has 5 to answer. Leslie has 6 to answer. But this is where you could make your comeback, Leslie. The winner gets a chance to win the new car, and here we go. Get ready. All great rivers eventually empty into an ocean or a sea. These three rivers all empty into a major sea. Pick one and name the sea it empties into. Look at the screen. The Jordan, the Danube, and the Thames. June.
The Jordan into the Mediterranean.
Sorry, that's not right. Leslie, you're next.
Okay, the Danube empties into the Black Sea.
Correct. You may continue.
The Thames empties into the...
Sorry, Larry?
The Thames empties into the North Sea.
That's right. There's one more left.
And the Jordan enters into the Dead Sea.
Good for you. You came in third position, and they left the door wide open. You came in with 2 answers. Larry only needs 2. The girls need 5 to see if they can catch him, but he could go out on this question. No classical education would be complete without reading the 3 outstanding poems I'm going to list. Tell me who created them. Look at the screen. They are the Rubaiyat, the Aeneid, and the Divine Comedy, and Leslie's in first.
The Divine Comedy was written by...
Oh, you left the door open again. June?
Rubaiyat was Omar Khayyam.
Right, continue.
The Divine Comedy by Moliere.
No, that's not right. And Larry, you need 2, and there are 2 left.
The Divine Comedy was by...
No, I'm sorry. Dante did the Divine Comedy, and the Aeneid was by Virgil. So the door is still open for all 3. Here are 3 great personages who still felt young in their 70s. I'll give you their age when they did something special. You name them. Look at the screen. All right. The book Gigi was published at the age of 72, became Chancellor at 73, retired at 77. Leslie.
72 was Colette.
Correct. You may continue.
77, retired as first Prime Minister of Israel, was David Ben-Gurion.
That's right. And there's one more.
And became Chancellor of Germany was Willy Brandt.
No, that's not right. Larry, can you give it to me?
Otto von Bismarck.
No. Can you give it to me, June?
No.
Konrad Adenauer is the answer to that one. Look at the score. June needs 4, Larry 2, and Leslie 3. The horse race continues. John D. Rockefeller built his financial empire on oil, but what did these entrepreneurs build their great fortunes on? Look at the screen. Andrew Carnegie, Cornelius Vanderbilt, John Jacob Astor. Larry's in first. He needs 2 answers to win.
Carnegie built it on steel.
That's right. One more. Can you give it to me?
Vanderbilt.
No answer. Leslie.
Astor built it on, I don't know.
You don't know, June?
Vanderbilt was real estate.
Real estate, yes. And Cornelius Vanderbilt?
And Astor was, I don't know.
No, Astor, you just gave me. It was Vanderbilt I was looking for.
Sorry.
Yeah, are we all right?
Yes.
Okay. I just want to look at the score. June needs 3, Larry 1, Leslie 3. Anybody could win on this question. Bread, dough, lettuce, cabbage are all slang words for money. These are American slang expressions for how much money you might have in your pocket right now. Pick one, tell me how much it means. Look at the screen. There's a yard, a fin, and 5 C's. June.
5 C's is $500.
That's right. Continue.
A fin is $5.
Right, and a yard.
And a yard is $30.
No, I'm sorry. And Leslie.
A yard, I don't know.
And Larry, you only need 1.
$50.
No, it's $100. It was wide open for you. Here we go. Look at the score. 1, 1, and 3. The category sports, fame, and fortune are big incentives for today's female athletes. I'll name 3 well-known lady athletes. Name their sports. Jan Stevenson, Greta Waitz, Pam Shriver. Go. And June is in first. She just needs 1.
Pam Shriver's tennis.
Pam Shriver's tennis, and June wins the game. Jan Stevenson was golf. Greta Waitz was the champion marathon runner. A very close match, and June is our winner. And Larry, this is the closest countdown round we've had in a long time. And we hate to say goodbye to Larry and Leslie, especially Leslie, because she was going to cater a meal for me if she won, but I just lost that. Leslie won $315, Larry $540. You made a great race of it. Thank you so much for being with us, Leslie. Larry, keep on doing the good work that you're doing. June, you take a walk with me. We're going to elope like you did the first time you got married. All the way up here, we'll elope up to the car. Jim and 5, you make your selection. If you pick the right one, the car is yours.
2.
Number 2 is the one that she wants. Let's take a look and see. Is the car behind curtain number 2, as we used to say on the old show? Screen number 2, and it's the car! First time out of the barrel, it's the car! The third time has happened this last week. First guess is a brand new car. Congratulations to June, who picks $415. What a birthday present. It's her birthday, and we're thrilled for June. Say goodbye, everybody. Time is running out, but what a great victory for June. Wins this brand new car. Here you are.